Today's experiment is to detect the presence of protein in given solution by your test. First of all, Biuret test is a qualitative test to detect the presence and absence of proteins in given sample solution. We can use this test as well for the estimation or for the quantification of the proteins in the given sample solution. When we need to quantify the proteins by Biuret method, in that case we need spectrophotometer as well in the experiment. Biuret test is a group test for proteins. This is really a test for peptide linkages since all proteins contain peptide linkage. As we know that every amino acid in the protein is linked through the peptide bond. Let's say this is the amino acid. It is attached with another amino acid, and here another amino acid. These amino acids are attached through the peptide bond. And here this is the peptide bond which is linking two adjacent amino acids. So every amino acid in the protein is attached with one another through the peptide bond, or we can say through the peptide linkage. And this Biuret test is typical test for peptide linkages. It detects the peptide linkage. If we have peptide linkage in the sample, this test will be positive. It would produce positive results. It's mean we can say that the sample contain protein, or we can say that the sample contain the chain of amino acid which are linked through the peptide bonds. First of all, the reagents which are required to proceed this experiment, we need two reagents. One is sodium hydroxide and other reagent is that is copper sulfate. We need sodium hydroxide 10%, 10% solution of sodium hydroxide. How will you prepare the 10%? You will take 10 gram of sodium hydroxide and you will dissolve it in 100 ml of solution. It will be 10% solution of sodium hydroxide, and the other solution which is required for this test, that is 0.5% solution of copper sulfate. How will you prepare 0.5%? You will take 0.5 gram of copper sulfate in 100 ml of solution. It's mean total volume of solution should be 100 ml while you are adding copper sulfate. It will be 0.5% solution of copper sulfate. It will be light blue in color. Then what is the procedure for this experiment? First of all, take two test tubes, label them as T. T stands for test. One test tube you will label as T, and the other test tube you will label as B. B for blank. In the test tube which is labeled as blank, in that test tube you will not add the sample solution. Rather, you will add the distilled water in blank test tube. Now, you will take 2 ml of protein solution in T test tube, and then you will add 2 ml of distilled water in B test tube. B test tube means the test tube which is labeled as plan. Now add 2 ml of sodium hydroxide in both test tubes. In these two test tubes, you will add sodium hydroxide. Now, after adding sodium hydroxide, you will mix it properly and add copper sulfate solution drop by drop. Mix after each addition by inversion. Now, usually 4 to 6 drops of copper sulfate solution are sufficient to obtain good results. Now, in interpretation, we can detect the proteins after performing this procedure. First of all, if we have a purplish violet or pinkish violet color in the test tube, it's mean the proteins are present in the sample solution. And if the color becomes blue, it indicates negative results. Peptones gives pink color. Peptones, they would have lower molecular weight. These peptones are the chain of amino acids, but their molecular weight is lower. If we partially digest the proteins, it will be converted into peptones. And peptones gives pink color and may require the addition of a larger amount of copper sulfate solution than usual. Now, if we have gelatin, may give a very faint color and therefore control is required to avoid confusion. Now, the next is principle. What is the principle of this test? What is the chemistry of this test? The compounds containing two or more peptide bonds give characteristics violet or purple color when treated with dilute copper sulfate in an alkaline solution. The name of the test comes from compound biuret, which is simplest compound that gives typical positive reaction. Proteins gives us positive biuret test as well as the compound that is called biuret. It it can also give us the positive result when we add the copper sulfate. Why biuret compound gives us the positive results in biuret test? Because biuret compound has the peptide bond, and when we add the copper or we add the copper sulfate in the solution, biuret compound would have the peptide bond, and that cupricine would bind with the biuret compound. And when cupricine binds with the biuret compound, actually cupricine when binds with the peptide bond which is present in the biuret, it would make a complex and its color will be appeared in the test tube and we can detect them. So uh, the biuret test is typical test for peptide bond. Actually, let's say we have a general structure of amino acid. This is a carbon and this is carbonyl functional group. This is another carbon. It is having alkyl group here or R group which is variable. This is the hydrogen. and this is the amine group. This is the general structure of amino acid. Now, this carboxyl group is making the bond with another amine group, and it is further attached with another carbon. It is the alkyl group here, and this is the hydrogen, and this is the carboxyl group, and it is further attached with another amino acid. Now, this is the peptide bond which is present here. This is the peptide bond. Actually, this is the typical peptide bond which is found here. This is the peptide bond. And when we add the biuret reagent in protein sample, it would have copper sulfate, and copper sulfate would provide us the cupricine Cu2 plus. We have added the copper sulfate. This cupricine is very sensitive for peptide bond. Proteins would have peptide bond. When we add the copper sulfate, that copper sulfate would provide us a cupricine. This cupricine would attack at this peptide bond. And this cupricine establish an other complex compound. And how that complex compound is formed? When cupricine reacts with this peptide bond will be broken down. This nitrogen will be separated from here, and this bond will be broken down. And how this bond is broken down? It is broken from here, and this portion is separated. And this portion, this nitrogen, establish a interaction with this cupricine. This nitrogen is here, and the remaining chain is attached here. This is how the protein is destroyed. The peptide bond is destroyed. In the same way, another peptide bond would break and it would make interaction here. And it is further attached with the remaining chain. In the same way, another peptide bond would break and it would interact with the cupricine. And in the same way, another peptide bond would break and make a interaction with the cupricine. In this way, one cupricine from the biuret reagent can break four peptide bonds and make a complex. This is the formation of a complex. When this complex is formed, this complex would produce the violet color, or we can say that purple color, bluish violet or pinkish violet or purple color would be seen due to this complex. When we add the biuret reagent, actually we add the copper sulfate in biuret reagent. That copper sulfate would provide the cupricine, and that cupricine would sensitive for peptide bonds and it would break the peptide bond. And when peptide bond is broken, and that nitrogen would interact with the cupricine and develop a complex like this. And this complex is colored, it would be violet in color. So the every compound which is having the peptide bond, that compound can react with the biuret reagent and produce the violet color. That's why the urea, when urea combined with another urea molecule, right, there will be two urea molecules, one urea molecule here and one is here. That's why it is called biuret. And this biuret have the peptide bond. This biuret have the peptide bond. The peptide bond is here. This is the peptide bond. When you will add the copper sulfate in this reagent, in this biuret compound, when you will add cupricine in this biuret, it would also break this bond and it would make the complex like this, and again it would make the violet color. So the copper sulfate in alkaline condition also reacts with the biuret and make the violet color. That's why this reagent is called the biuret reagent. But we use this test for the detection of proteins, and proteins would have the peptide bond, and this cupricine would break the peptide bond and make the violet complex, and we can detect the proteins in the sample. But this reagent, this copper sulfate, can also give us the same result as we receive in protein due to the positive results produced by the biuret molecule when it reacts with the copper sulfate. This reagent is called the biuret reagent. But we use this test for the detection of proteins, as well as we can use this test for the estimation of proteins, while we need a spectrophotometer as well when we are going to estimate the quantity of proteins in the given samples. But right now we discussed only the qualitative test for the estimation, for the detection of protein. So right here we don't need any spectrophotometer, and we can detect the proteins by producing the violet color in the test tube. These are the important wire questions. Any question up to this?